Well, here we go again. So that was broken. Now I know why it was broken and not fixed. They have stripped out this bolt. Tell you, man, the people that worked on this car, sometimes you gotta wonder. So I guess I'm gonna have to drill that out, so I might as well wait till I take the door off to do that. But yeah, it's just so instead of fixing it, they just leave it. So unbelievable. But yep, I'll have to drill that out. All right, easy enough. Actually didn't wait. I was too driven. So I just drilled that out, and this is the one from the top, so it still goes in. So, and it's in there solid, so that's good. So I just need to get a new one of those bolts. So, all right. Okay, I just want to point out you can't fix stupid. Okay? Now, this is my mixing board for my Bondo. So I'm trying to take the sticker off so I can use it, but the sticker's on there so hard. So why would you use adhesive that's so hard that it peels off like this? Or why wouldn't you put the sticker on the back? Just stupid. All right, first thing a Bondo try is on. We'll see how we do here. I don't know, I still see kind of dips and stuff. Maybe I didn't have it on thick enough. But we'll see. I'll have to see. I don't know, can you Bondo over your Bondo? Can you add more after it's dry? I don't know. Alright, so it was a little bumpy still here. So I looked, I could Bondo it. Oop, a little bit of hardener there, but so I put a little more over those spots. Hopefully that works. I got this almost done. That's gonna look so much better. This is done back here, nice and smooth. I mean, maybe a little bit of a divot there, but not really. And then this one actually turned out the best. Can't really see those little dents. I guess you can feel them, but yeah. So, I mean, not bad for my first Bondo work. Not perfect, but once again, not going to be a show car. Oh, I forgot I got to do this. Got to get that done. So I got to mix a little bit more and get that filled in, and maybe back here too. So we'll do that now. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, while the rest of that Bondo dries, the Flex Seal liquid, we are going to coat this whole tray with it and seal it, and try using this little roller here. I've got some paint brushes too if I need to. And then also I want to put it, if you remember, down in that corner where that metal was. So I just want to seal up any holes that might be there. So that we will do next, and I'll let you know how it goes. All right, so that is now all sealed up. It'll take 48 hours to dry. I had it out. I undercoated. I put some undercoating on this, but I had it, so I just decided to throw some on there as well. Why not, I guess, right? And then I have filled that. So hopefully that will keep everything bone dry. I hope. I don't see anything leaking out the bottom, so that's good. But that'll just fill in and make that all that much harder and more stable, I guess. So good for that. Got just a little more sanding to do on the Bondo. I don't know if I'll have to put another coat on or not over here. I'm just trying to build that one corner up. It's getting better, but we will see. All right, I've got to say I am pretty happy with this. That came out pretty good. There's a little lip right there, but other than that, I am really happy with that. So I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with the back. The front is just giving me troubles. So I got to mix up a little more. But there's still a little bump right there, little indent right there, and a tiny one right here. It's just annoying. So I'll just mix up a little more, throw it in there, and hopefully I can get that. This is pretty good down here. I mean, there's a bump here and there, but I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was. And I mean, I'm getting a little picky here, but that's kind of deep. That one's really not, but this one is. So we're just going to put a little more on those. All right, so we're all primed now. And it's not perfect, but it looks okay. I mean, it looks pretty good. Got those bare metal spots primed. This I'm not too worried about because we're going to do the rubber coating. And then along the bottom there, we're doing the rubber coating also. I didn't notice I missed the spot. I need to sand that more right there. So I'll have to redo that. But everything is done. So we'll let that dry. Front bonnet is done. It looks okay. It's not great, but it's okay. I think better than it was. I got some spots that I'll have to sand from the primer, but it's an etching primer. That's why I used it to fill in some of the imperfections, hopefully, so it's not as noticeable. And then the next thing is, I guess, well, I got to get the doors off and get the doors prepped. Back windows have got to come out. And then we can just start sanding the car. Oh, I got to get the rear lights out too. So we'll put those things on the list. The doors are on there. I need to get the back windows and the back side markers out. All right, rear side windows, quarter windows are out. Got a little bit of rust right here. We'll take care of that though, no big deal. This one came out, but when it did, the little metal frame got tweaked a little bit. So we'll have to see about trying to straighten that out as best we can. This one didn't. This one came out as one piece. But this one kind of popped out as the window was coming out. Kind of weird. But side quarters are out. Well, same thing with that door. That top bolt was so rusty. I was able to get it to turn a couple of times, but it was just stripped. I had to hammer it's actually a triple square bolt. So I had to hammer it in, and I got it to turn a few times, so it was so rusty that it just stripped right out. So looks like I'm drilling another one out. Well, that was an adventure. So I ended up drilling it out, but it did not come out as easy as the last one. So I ended up having to tap it as well. So I did, and now that bolt is going to be held in there. So I just, once again, got to find another one of these bolts So that part is done. All right, so we got that rust cleaned up. We had put some rust preventer on it then. This door now is totally apart and ready to come off. I actually broke all the bolts on the doors just to make sure that they would come out, that I wouldn't have to deal with that. I'm done for the day. I'm exhausted. Long day. It's beautiful out though. I got lucky with the weather. So that's going to be it for today. And we'll pick up tomorrow. Hopefully I can get the doors off tomorrow. That harness on the other door, the new door, is different than this one. So I asked, and most people said just switch the harnesses. So then I got to figure out how to get this one out of here, that one out of there. And I would like to lower the glass in the doors when I go to paint, if it's possible. I don't know if it will be, because then I could get all the trim off as well. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how can I lower the arms of an electric window manually. I don't know if I can. So maybe I'll ask someone how to do that, and then I can get the windows out of the way. And then I think, even though this isn't the door I'm gonna paint, I think I am going to leave that on and just tape it off, because I don't want to have to take apart the whole locking mechanism inside. I'll take the handles off. The handles are easy enough. Oh, that's another thing I gotta put on my list. But I can mark a couple more things off my list. So we can mark off rear side windows. So that came off, but we'll have to what are we gonna add? Oh, door handles. So yep, I guess that would be under prep doors. But all right, so that's my list right now till tomorrow. All right, so here we are starting the sanding prep. So you got Will working on sanding some of this stuff down. I've already done 320, so now we're working on 400 on these. I've got the valance done and both the fenders done also. So then after this, I think we're gonna get the doors off and work on prepping the doors, and we can get those sanded and then maybe sand the car tomorrow. That's the goal. Okay, the doors are off. Just getting the inside kind of cleaned up and tidied up. And work on getting the car cleaned, like this stuff. Getting that off. And just getting it cleaned and ready for sanding. So that is what we can do. So we dug the hood and the sunroof out. And whatever this is that's on it is just, I mean, it is caked on. Tried power washing, trying even a brush with soap. And it's just not coming off. So hopefully when we sand, it'll come off and we don't have to go down to bare metal. But if we do, we do. And I'm hoping we don't. All right, we just finished kind of cleaning up a little bit. Put the parts in the car. I'm done for the day. I got people coming over. Happy 4th of July, everybody. So hopefully I can get to these tomorrow. That'll be the goal for tomorrow. But just ran out of time today. I really wanted to get the garage cleaned up. It was starting to get messy because I've been working so feverishly. And I've got to find places to put stuff because I got to get one of the cars back in the garage after tomorrow. So it needed to be done. But we're moving along, you know, another good day. Got lots of stuff done. And hopefully tomorrow I can get the hood and the sunroof done and maybe even start on the body of the car. I still have to do the mirrors and the doors. So there's still lots to sand. And then I'd like to thank Ricky telling me about the glazing, because that definitely helped. I got a little spot here that I got to work on, but other than that, the glazing definitely helped get rid of those little minor imperfections that were bugging me. So that's looking pretty good. Did want to show this real quick. That is solid. Those red lines, those are actually my fingers from feeling earlier. I had red paint on. But this is all nice and sealed up. So that is not going to leak. No leaks. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see in here, but that is all hardened up and all sealed up as well. So I think, as far as the body work goes, I am airtight and watertight. Now I just got to work on the seals. I need all new seals everywhere. So this is the first go with the 400 or the 320. So this is kind of, I wasn't able to get in there with the sander. But you can see that it's still in there. It's not nearly as bad, but it's still down in that paint pretty deep. So I think what I'll have to do is, I think I might go over it again with 320, see if I can get a little bit more of that out. I'm wondering if I need to take it down to bare metal or if I can just seal it. I don't know what that would do, but it's like it's just stained the paint. So I think I'm going to go over it again with 320 and see what happens. And if not, I'll have to go buy some that'll get a little deeper. All right, so that's the second round of 400. And I got rid of it. Got down a little low in some spots. You can see that's starting to get the bare metal. Got a little low right there. There was a little paint chip there. And then this, there was that little bit of that little rust spot. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean that spot, and that spot over there. Just throw some primer over it, and then I will do the 400 on it. So I think that's what we're going to do now. All right, sunroof came out pretty good. It was easier than the hood was. So we're down to 320, or that was 320. We're gonna go on up to 400 and be done with these then. All right, so I'm working on prepping the doors. I got the door handle off. I got this out. I was like, you know what? I'll try to take this off and just see what's all involved with it. But of course, once again, there's another bolt that is stripped out. That one's fine, but that one's stripped. It's like every single time one of the two bolts is stripped, and that's why it wasn't taken out. Well, I'm tired of drilling bolts out, and I don't even know if I wanted to take this off to begin with. So I'm just gonna tape it and leave it, and I'll just prep the door with that on it is what I'll do. So now I've got to get the seal off. So I got to figure out how to do that, because I'm getting new door seals as well. Because I mean, this is just, I can't keep those. So we'll work on getting the seal off. Well, the door is taken apart. So tried testing this motor with the battery. Nothing moves. Doesn't surprise me. This regulator, I mean, look at how rusty and everything it is. It's impossible almost to move. So I just took it all out, took the glass out, took a couple of more of the seals off that I could get to, so I'll go ahead and just start prepping this door for paint. But at least that way I can get the inside of the door too. And we'll just go from there. I probably am going to need new regulators and motors, be my guess. But at least now I can clean the glass, I guess, right? So, half full. But it's all pretty rusty in there. It's not looking real good for that. So, we'll just keep working on it. Alright. Door is prepped. Well, it's sanded. So that's one door down. I'm not going to start the other door today. But that's one door down, and now it's been long enough with the primer that I can go ahead and I can finish the hood. So we're gonna finish that up, and that'll be the hood, the sunroof, and the door today that I've gotten sanded. So starting on the new door that I got, starting to prep it, taking it apart. Again, the motor doesn't work, but at least this one I was able to get a pry bar down in here and push and get this to move a little bit, enough where I could get to it and I could push the window all the way down. That way I can get these off, and then I'll just tape that, so I don't have to take the whole regulator and everything off. The other one, I think the regulator's completely shot on it as well. So I'm going to need just to replace that. But it looks like I need to replace this motor. And I think, since this is a newer vehicle, I think this motor might be different. But I'm not 100% sure. No, maybe not. Maybe it's the same motor. But what I found interesting was this harness had a clip that the wires were in that it clipped onto here. The old one just had two wires just with the terminal ends just stuck on. So that was the difference between those two. So, but I don't know. I've seen videos where you could try to clean these and do something to the magnets. Maybe I'll try that first. Well, good news. I just tested my batteries again. Or my motors again, and they both work. I think what it was that connection on there. That wire's just not touching. So I used a different wire, and they both work. So that's good news.